Jay-Z's evil past is back to haunt him today. We unpack lies, paternity tests, bad checks, and more. Jay-Z and R. have worked together on 2 joint albums, Best of Both Worlds and Unfinished Business. They even went on tour together for the Best of Both Worlds tour, which was supposed to take place in 2002, but was pushed back to 2004 after allegations surfaced. Now, usually an artist working with another artist is not a cause for concern, but it is when the other artist is R. Kelly. So, to give you some background, for more than 2 decades, chart-topping R&B singer R. Kelly had faced allegations of Say Now accounts went back to the start of his career in the 1990s, with many centering on the predatory pursuit of young women. Now, in 1994, R. Kelly married Aaliyah, who was underage at the time, and Aaliyah lied about her age on the wedding certificate, listing herself as an adult. The marriage was annulled in February of 1995, but fast forward to 2002. Kelly was sued by Patrice Jones, a Chicago woman who claimed he got her pregnant when she was underage, and she was forced to forego the pregnancy. Now, another woman by the name of Montana Woods also sued Kelly, alleging that he videotaped them being intimate without her knowledge. Of their recording was allegedly circulated on a tape sold by bootleggers under the title R. Kelly XXAR. Kelly was later charged with 21 counts of making essay videos, immediately denied the charges, and pleaded not guilty in court. Now, during the time all of this was going on, R. Kelly was out on bail, releasing music videos, and yes, going on tour with Jay-Z. Jay-Z knew what was happening, was aware of the accusations, and still decided to continue not only his professional relationship with Kelly, but also his personal. Now they stayed close friends. And in an interview back then, when it was happening, Jay-Z said, "If he's guilty, I hope he gets help. If he's innocent, I hope people stand by him and apologize." That didn't age well. Now the singers settled both cases out of court, paying undisclosed sums in return for non-disclosure agreements. Now, in 2021, R. Kelly was convicted, and in 2022 he was jailed for 30 years after being found guilty of 8 counts of racketeering and other charges in a New York court. R. Kelly was very recently sentenced to an additional 20 years, and now with this coming up, it has drawn more attention to Jay-Z because many people have said Jay-Z is just as predatory as R. Kelly and did to Beyoncé what Kelly did to Aaliyah. The only difference is that Jay hit it better. There's demand from several people online wanting Jay-Z's past to be more carefully looked at through another lens now, especially since he's at the center of a new essay lawsuit that involves Diddy Foxy Brown. Let's talk about it. It has been reported many times that Jay had an inappropriate relationship with Foxy Brown. They met in the mid-90s and they began collaborating on music projects. Now, she was apparently very young when they met, and he was in his 20s. And in 1995, they recorded a song together that was extremely inappropriate for a young woman to be recording. It was explicit, talked about intimate acts, and just wasn't something anyone should be privy to at that age. Fast forwarding to the fall of 2024. Foxy Brown addressed relationship rumors with Jay-Z in a series of Instagram story posts. So Foxy Brown attempted to debunk rumors that she and Jay-Z had an intimate relationship. When she was younger, Brown initially posted and addressed a screenshot of a tweet alleging Jay made her sign an NDA, among other things, calling it fake news. She wrote, "Miss me with that phony news NDA and an MF alive could stop my story." She then posted a screenshot of a YouTube video saying she's breaking her silence about Jay-Z and references one of her IG stories where she tells someone, "My story will shock you. To your core, I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a men for my sanity, or I would have been gone. Stop playing with my name." She then added, "Comprehension is a lost art, and y'all want me to be anti-host." So bad rumors of their relationship actually date back to 2001 when Rafer Nas mentioned their alleged relationship on his disc. Songother now jumping forward to the recent allegations against Jay-Z and Diddy, with the essay lawsuit from a Jane Doe. Foxy Brown appeared online again, suddenly weighing in on the accusations, sharing her Instagram story saying, "Wow and wait," with a shocked face emoji. Her third and final post was just a cold blue face emoji now, although Foxy has not confirmed that her posts are about Jay-Z and Diddy being accused of essaying a young woman at an MTV Video Music Awards party in 2000. Many people are led to believe and speculate that it is, because at this point, what else would make Foxy react online that way? Bad business practices was Jay-Z writing bad checks well in 2003 reports claimed that two companies filed separate lawsuits against Jay-Z's nightclub that was named 4040 for a total of $46,000 in unpaid bills, claiming they received rubber checks from 21's Inc., which is Jay's company. Now, one company named Ronald Mark Associates was hired to create 30 custom tables that cost him $18,000. Apparently, Jay only put $55,000 down, and the company was owed the rest being about $113,000. But Jay never paid Ron Berkowitz, a spokesperson for the club 4240, downplayed the allegations, claiming that the bouncing checks are a burn wrap, whatever. That means it was reported that club employees were ducking phone calls, and that lawsuit was actually settled for about $114,59 to be exact. On November 2, 2003, Jay-Z tried to counter, saying Thedibles were not ready in time, so they weren't going to pay the full amount. Regardless, the West 25th Street nightclub 4040, which was actually named after baseball's biggest achievement. So players who hit 40 home runs and stole 40 bases, and one season survived and actually thrived. It has been a standout lounge with luxurious decor, sportsambilia, and guests have enjoyed upscale bar cuisine and drinks now. Unfortunately, if this has made you want to visit, think again, because after nearly 2 decades in business in 2023, they closed its Oak location. So many people believe that Jay-Z was the reason for them closing, saying his past has come back to bite him. But apparently, that's not why. And although no real reason has been given why they closed, they actually do plan to reopen at a new location in 2025. So keep your eyes peeled for that, if overpriced pub food and underdrinks are your thing. Now, these love children, yes. Aside from the 3 offspring Heishers with Beyonce, let's talk about the others that are not so loved. Back in 2010, rumors circulated that Jay-Z had hooked up with an adult film star named Jasmine Cashmere. A few months later, Jasmine's friend were spreading news of a pregnancy, saying that Jay was the father. Now Jasmine actually took to Twitter to deny the accusation, saying, "No, I am not pregnant by Jay-Z or any rapper from New York." Jay-Z also made a public statement as well, saying that he and Jasmine had never even crossed paths. It was supposedly a friend, however, that tipped off the news, saying that Jay had paid Jasmine $2.5 million to just disappear. The news outlet, being the National Enquirer, was able to confirm that the star, being Jasmine, bought a new house around that exact same time. And Noon has bothered Jay since the alleged payout. So is that a coincidence, I think? There was another rumor that Jay Jaws another child with Chid Ian, model Chanel Scott, back in 2002. Jay and Chanel had an open relationship while she was actually seeing another man. And so it was assumed that her child was her boyfriend's. But as her son grew up, the man rejected him as his own because the boy looked nothing like him. He actually looked like Jay-Z. And after a paternity test confirmed that Jay is the father, he did step up and took responsibility. He bought Chanel and his son a nice home in Trinidad, gave them $1 million. He also pays child support monthly. So that's good. And so, yeah, it's safe to say Beyonce knows about this one, as we all do now, and apparently they are actually still friends who keep in contact. She said Jay is a good father, and one of Chanel's friends said, it was a big old mess at one time, but I think once they resolved the issue, a fatherhood-paternity, things started to level off. Funny enough, representatives at the time for JC had actually come out and said initially there is no truth. These ridiculous rumors, people should be ashamed of using this kind of story and exploiting a child for publicity and ratings. But wait, there's more. One of Jay-Z's former friend claimed in 2022 that Jay has a secret adult daughter that resides in a home that Jay's purchased for her in Cambridge, Maryland, and that he pays her bills, but allegedly does not allow her to put pictures of him around her house as part of their deal. Her name is Letitia Mezer, who is now 34 years old now. She came out and claimed she is Jay-Z's secret daughter and shows DNA proof to support her claims. Jay-Z apparently used to date her mom Lisa back in the day. And Letitia was born in the early 90s, which makes sense. Now, she was quoted saying, "I've been quiet for far too long. Join me as I tell you my story of living in the shadows, of being Jay-Z's daughter in a city where everyone knew he was my father." There's no way he can deny anything, especially when there were people that were there that knew him. Lisa's sister Terry even wrote a Facebook post, like a story saying, "I know the story from start to finish. I hooked your mother and father up years ago." She said her and Lisa actually called Jay up on the phone to tell him about his daughter Letitia. And his exact words were, "Do you know how many women call here daily and say Jay's the baby daddy?" Anyway, Letitia apparently spends her days posting old photos on Instagram and videos that are to convince the public that she is Jay's daughter, and so I went on to go do something. I'm digging because I wanted to see what her Instagram was all about. Firstly, let me tell you, her Instagram handle is Wuft, Jay-Z's first daughter. I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny, like if to the point was a person it would be her now. Anyway, I didn't get far because her account is set top private, which is odd considering her goal here. So WW, but maybe she'll accept my request to follow, and then I'll come back and I'll let you guys know what's going on there now. With all the recent controversies surrounding Jay-Z right now, it's reported she has more to say and doesn't plan on keeping quiet at all. Now, what do you guys think about his dark past? Do you think it's finally all catching up to him? What new bombshell secrets will be exposed? This new year, let me know your thoughts. I'm your host, Blake. It's been great catching up.